Good morning, rise and shine, my friends. Today is Tuesday, July 9th, and this is Wake Up with KERA News. I'm Katherine Hobbs. Thank you so much for starting your morning with me today. The sun's out again today, and the highs will reach the low 90s. An update on Hurricane Beryl, which hit Texas as a Category 1 storm early Monday. It downgraded to a tropical storm later yesterday morning, but severe weather is still expected to move through the state and impact travel for more than just South Texas. Both DFW and Love Field airports experienced higher than normal delays and cancellations as Beryl moved throughout the state. Dallas police are continuing to investigate after a plainclothes officer shot and killed a man last week as police responded to a reported robbery. Surveillance video released Monday shows Senior Corporal Ruben Martinez shooting at 34-year-old Timothy Jefferson 4 times at close range as he ran from what police say was an illegal gambling room. Police Chief Eddie Garcia said Jefferson later died from his injuries at a nearby hospital. 2 other suspects were later arrested uninjured, and detectives are continuing to search for a 4th suspect. Some slight relief is in the forecast for North Texas following that 4th of July holiday weekend. That's because the heat dome over Texas is beginning to break up. Daniel Huckabee, a National Weather Service meteorologist, said heat domes are common during the summer months. This summer may not compare to last year, but Huckabee says overall, the area is going to be warmer than normal. Well, hardcore punk music has historically been dominated by white, cisgendered males, but in North Texas, that's changing. KERA's Stephanie Salas-Vega looks at the new faces of the genre.
When Chris Victor started attending local hardcore shows in Dallas over 15 years ago, he didn't see a lot of black hardcore fans like himself.
Just from the perspective of other black people, hardcore was like just one of those wild, crazy white boy things that, black kids really don't associate with.
Today, Victor is a frontman of True Grit, an outlaw country hardcore band. Hardcore music emerged in the late 70s and early 80s. Bands like Black Flag and Minor Threat, who all had white members, helped put hardcore music on the map. But their angry, white, teenage fans weren't always accepting of people who looked different.
Like, if you looked a certain way, you get moshed on. Like, if you look like you didn't belong.
Robbie Clark is a frontman of Gagging Order, a hardcore punk band. They have black and Latino members. Moshing is an extreme style of dancing. While it looks aggressive, it's meant to show unity. But Clark says some fans use moshing as a weapon against people of color. By the early 2000s, hardcore music began receiving criticism for its lack of diversity and inclusivity. But local bands have noticed a major shift after the pandemic. So why now?
I think it just gets progressive over time. And, people's views change. And, I really like the fact that we're in a day and age of, where they're trying to, not do traditionalism. People are actually trying to think for themselves.
Board Magazine is a local music blog that covers hardcore music. It's led by Victor. He says more people of color are coming to hardcore shows or forming new bands, but that's not all.
It's way more diverse now than it was before. And I'm not even talking about just race, sexuality.
River Elliott is a bassist of True Grit, but she's widely known as a frontwoman of local metallic hardcore band Ballista. She's a black trans woman who's vocal about trans visibility through her music with Ballista. Another woman in the hardcore scene providing a fresh perspective is Nat Mares. She's a vocalist of hardcore punk band Muñeca.
You don't see very much parents in the hardcore punk scene at all, so it made it kind of hard for me to want to join that creative aspect, as in making music and stuff.
Muñeca's music speaks about sexual violence and harassment women face. Mares is a Latina and a mom to a 5-year-old daughter. She wants to show that she can be a role model to her daughter as a hardcore musician.
As a parent, like, you don't have to throw away your life because you have a kid. Like, you can have a kid and do those things. And it also inspires my daughter. Like, she loves our band. She tells me, like, she wants to join a band one day.
Whether it's Muñeca, True Grit, or Gagging Order, it's clear the face of hardcore music is changing in North Texas. And that opens up the genre to more audiences. Here's Victor again.
It brings me so much joy when I see more people of color in an environment like this.
It's a vibrant scene that's continuing to evolve and change. For KERA News, I'm Stephanie Salas-Vega.
The Rangers beat the Los Angeles Angels yesterday 9-4. Nationwide, COVID cases have been gradually on the uptick, and we're no exception here in Texas. Physicians are saying it's less severe but more contagious, so it's important to keep updated on your vaccinations. Artist Eli Ruhala's exhibit, Queer Narcissus, is on display at Arts Fort Worth. The watercolors are influenced by Herman Hesse's Narcissus and Goldmund, and inspired by photos taken of the artist's lover, and reflect on themes of love, growth, and transformation, including inviting viewers into a narrative of personal and shared experiences while discussing identity and intimacy. For more information and more going on across North Texas, be sure to check out kera.org/calendar. Thank you so much for starting your day with me today. I am so glad you take a few minutes to listen each morning. Be sure to subscribe to the Wake Up with KERA newsletter, also by yours truly at KERAnews.org, and give us a follow over on Instagram and Threads at KERATX. I'm Katherine Hobbs. We'll chat again tomorrow.